So Tony, old Shavanto himself, was in the ring to do a live promo with Gin and Juice. And I've got to admit that I enjoyed this partly because Tony stayed in the goddamn ring with the microphone while the heels were talking and conducted the interview while they had their arms around him and made fun of him like it should be. And Tony, until they got interrupted or whatever the Tony was pretty much in there. So that was good. Gin and Juice comprised the team of Bullet Club Gold. Have they explained at any time on the AEW television program what the Bullet Club was, how it was formed, who was originally in it, who's in it now, or why gold now is a designation? Is it like the NWO, black and white, green and red, pink and purple polka dotted? What is the Bullet Club Gold, and has anybody ever bothered to explain it?
I don't know, and no.
Okay. Well, they felt Tony all up and everything. And Juice has something. Like you say, he's got that weird look. And he's got that voice and that way of speaking and the big eyes and kind of a round face. And just, he's got something. And he's hyperactive and peripatetic and every kind of thing. Jay White looks and sounds like every other guy from the UK that they've brought up into NXT. I'm sorry. I've had several people that I actually like say, oh, he's good. You got to give him a chance. Well, what are they doing to show me he's good on this program? He hasn't had a blowaway match where you said, wow, this guy's one of the goddamn great workers of the modern generation. Even if he is, he hadn't had one. And the promos, I don't think, are the way he gets over because I'm paying attention to fucking Juice. And when Juice cut the promo on FTR, he can talk. He's not just reciting shit. He's not playing something. He sounds like he really is halfway fucking demented. So Jen did most of the promo, but Juice is what I wanted more of. And then here came FTR. And the heels hid behind Tony Schiavone. And that was good. And again, this is a tag team program that might be interesting. I would love to see Jen and Juice have established themselves a little bit more first, but beggars can't be choosers. But basically they did the heelish thing where they asked FTR, oh, you want to join Bullet Club Gold? Well, ask politely, and then dropped the microphone in front of them. And at that point, that's when Tony was scurrying off. And suddenly Juice nailed Dax with a roll of quarters. And they double-teamed Cash. And they each gave FTR their finish. And then suddenly, the two guys that had just beat up the tag team champions got run off by Ricky Starks all by himself. So I want to see Jen and Juice against FTR. I liked everybody's interaction here. It's nice to see the roll of quarters again, and they did fly so you could see them. But do they think it's the right way to do an angle when every time the heels just shut the babyface down with no struggle? Couldn't it have been ask politely and drop the microphone in front of Dax, and Dax look at the disrespect and slap Jay White in the face? And that makes goddamn Juice fucking do something like, oh, you motherfucker, and go and Cash pickles fucking him and knocks him in the corner. And then FTR both go and grab Jay and pick him up to do their fucking thing. But that's when fucking Juice has gone in his pocket and got the roll of quarters. And as they go to shoot Fernum off to give FTR to give them their finish, boom, there's fucking Juice with the roll of quarters and pickle fucking one of them. And now you've seen some life out of the baby faces, but now one's down. Now it's 2 against 1. And the other baby face fights back against the heels, but is shut down by the numbers, ones from behind him all the time. And then you get your heat. Instead of just, sucker punch, boom, down, well, we fucked these guys up. It's kind of blah, don't you think?
I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying, although I thought the punch from Juice to Dax with the roll quarters looked great. I thought it looked fantastic.
Oh, it did. It did. I would have given them a little something first. All the baby faces get shut down. Darby came in the ring the other day and didn't do any damage. They just shut him down. Every time a baby face, and at this point now, and in the WWE also, you're seeing it. It's to the point where Owens, because he's got to be a smart ass and tell everybody how phony everything is if he doesn't like something, but he's always joking in his interviews about, well, now here's the part where we start fighting, right? You've heard that. Or I knew the part where we said your name, your music would play.
Yeah.
He's making fun of it because he's a smart ass and he really doesn't disguise it well, but it's true. And that's the thing is all these baby faces are just getting sucker punched. Let the baby face beat the fucking heel to the punch, no pun intended, when it comes to standing up for themselves, and then let the heel fucking cheat and the numbers game takes over. But you've got to show the baby faces have some ability to take care of themselves first. Anyway, I don't know. What did you think of the rest of this?
Well, for the promo, I thought the promo mostly was great. The only thing I don't like, and I may be a stickler for this kind of thing, but perfect use of Shivani, I don't think heels should be putting their hands on the commentators. Shouldn't happen. Shivani shouldn't be calling MJF a prick, but the heels shouldn't be standing there messing up Shivani's hair and putting their arms around him. Just let him hold the mic and do his job.
Let me say this. I don't believe that the talent ought to push the announcers around as far as physically attack them or jack them around, except if it's a rare angle or whatever. But when the heels are being smartasses and putting their arms around him and giving him a little, and I used to do a little bit of that to David Crockett, I think it's kind of refreshing because nobody acts like a smart aleck anymore. But that's just me.
Well, the problem is, I don't think David Crockett ever acted as uncomfortable as Shivani looked while this was happening here.
Well, Tony always looks uncomfortable anyway. And I wish somebody would take him to a men's store that actually gives a fitting and alters the clothing instead of just here, it's off the rack, but it's yours.
The other day after the Met game, I had Channel 11 on, and that show The Goldbergs was on. I never really watch it, but the middle son, I think it was, who wears glasses, sounds just like Juice Robinson. On that note, I think this guy's a look. This guy has an energy. This guy's good on the mic. He's been all right in the ring. I'd like to see him and Jay White against FTR. And when FTR got in there, it didn't look crazy in terms of size difference. It looked like it would be a good matchup. I worry about it just going into a trios thing because of everything else in AEW becoming a trios thing. And Ricky Starks is already involved.
Well, but fortunately, Jen and Juice don't have anybody on their side, do they? But again, until they bring in a guy named Tonic.
Well, the other big problem in this whole thing.
See, that didn't even register with you at all.
Well,
I thought that one was good.
It was fine, but
all right.
What I was gonna say.
Somebody out there will like it.
Yeah, a few of the wrestlers like it all the time, too many times. But what I was gonna say is the only thing I didn't like about this really at all, the Bullet Club Gold shit. You know, when FTR comes out there, obviously you want to join this thing that we've never talked about on this show that no one really is aware of unless you watch New Japan. There had to be something else. You know, just like there had to be something better for FTR against Jarrett and Lethal other than like, we want to be Mark's friends. No, we're Mark's friends. There had to be something else to do just to get this going. But otherwise, FTR are really good here. Fans are into them. Juice Robinson and Jay White. Hope they spend more time here and less time in New Japan because they've been really good.